Happy Wednesday.
Hey.
I had to put that one in there.
I like that.
The bloopers.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, hi guys.
Hi.
Or
Hey,
girls.
Jay.
How are you?
Happy almost New Year.
Almost.
I'm ready for this year to end.
Oh man, yeah, it's been kind of a rough year.
Yeah.
I'm
Next
so
year will
done
be
with
exciting.
Yeah, we're gonna have a happy New Year.
Yes.
You betcha. Hey, we've got 32 people in here right now. Can we give a thumbs up for Ryan and
Yes.
Kiley that are coming in here?
Yeah, everybody give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. And of course, us.
Yeah.
So, anything new with you gals?
No.
Deweese got a new phone. That's the excitement.
Yay! Yes, I got a new phone. Yeah, finally. Mine's been dead for 2
Ever.
weeks or more.
2
Yeah.
weeks, like 3
Well,
months.
2 weeks dead and at least 2 weeks dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And G, what about you? Anything
I'm
new?
just enjoying the break. It's nice to take some time away from work and school and everything. So just enjoying it.
I know, me too. I only went back 4 days the first week, and then last week I got sick Wednesday right before our show. and then took off Thursday and Friday unpaid sick. So yeah, lucky me. And now I'm off this week, still recovering. So
Well, maybe will be better. Will be better.
Yep. Went to wound care today and they were cheering because I've got probably about this much left on my my left ankle. the outer ankle compared to
That's awesome.
this.
Oh, yeah. See
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they were pretty happy about that. And that's about all the excitement I got, other than yesterday I was screaming during physical therapy. She's bending on the foot, trying to get it to bend, and all the tendons on the bottom. So, but otherwise, I walked from my recliner to the bedroom and back without crutches.
Oh, good.
So,
And
yeah.
it was good to see the
I'm-
picture you posted on Facebook with, the Christmas with you standing up.
Yep.
That was very nice to see.
Yeah.
and his girlfriend, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I had to use his arm a little bit to kind of waddle over there 5 or 6 steps. So I've been kind of pushing myself to do a little bit more walking and trying to get my legs muscles built back up. So
Yeah, get
Yeah.
them stronger.
yeah.
That's
So
good.
anyway, we were in the pre-show, and it's like we've got a really cool flying team. It's a father and daughter, Ryan and Kiley, and they're down in Florida. So let's bring them in, and you guys can ask them questions. Well, hello there.
Hello.
All right. So I'm going to ask first, Kiley, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
14, and you're a freshman, right?
Yep.
Yep.
14
Okay.
going on 26.
Heck yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about first before we start asking maybe some questions? No?
I don't
Okay.
have anything.
Okay.
No, I'm just glad to be here. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I'd like to know how the whole family got into flying. So, Ryan, did you start that?
I did. Actually, I have to blame Rick Davies for that. So, Rick and I have been buddies. Everybody knows him as Gorilla, but Rick and I have been buddies for probably the last 10 years or better. We used to fly FPV together, the drones. And then he migrated out of that and into PPG, and we all told him he was crazy. And then it just kind of stuck from there. And, the constant prodding of, man, you should try this. It's super cool. It's super cool. And that was it. That was all she wrote. I met John Ripa right then at the same time. And so Ripa and Gorilla together were like this force of, you need to do this. And then as soon as I learned it, this one was right behind me, like, Dad, can I do that? Can I do that? And it probably took a year and a half before I was comfortable with letting her kite and everything else. And she picked it up, of course, much faster than I did. And then ultimately, it worked out after Sun and Fun that Justin and Alexis were heading back north from Sun and Fun, and we were up in Gainesville visiting my mom, and it just worked that they could train her. And so she got 2 weeks of one-on-one time with them. And so she got trained by 2 awesome instructors. And so now, she flies better than me most days.
So what was it like training with Justin and Alexis?
I got it really quickly. It was really nice to learn. It was super fun once I could actually fly by myself.
How old were you when you started?
Yeah, it's really nice when you start unlocking those challenges, like when something is difficult or you don't know it at first, and then it clicks. It's like it's a lot of fun. So I saw a lot of videos of you, Kiley, training with Alexis specifically. I honestly have not seen any videos of you training with Justin. I don't know why. I'm guessing he was mostly behind the camera. Is that what he did?
Yeah, she clicked really well with Alexis, and it was awesome to watch. I got my instructor with Travis Burns last year, maybe the year before now, I don't remember, my instructor rating, but I was bound and determined that I was not going to teach her. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have this on my conscience. She is my kid. I like her too much. And so when they were teaching her, I was trying to be as much hands off, but still be the supporting dad as possible. And they did such a good job, probably a better job wrangling me than anything, you know, because I want to step in with my bad habits, and they came in and just, I mean, everything from the motor simulator to kiting to the first couple of tows, all of it. You know, we went up to Eric DeForge's new place in Jasper for the tows, and you know, what you guys had one of the videos there. It was awesome. They had me demo it for her, and then she picked it up like that, and they towed her for the rest of the day, and I just stood around and watched. I was the retrieval person, so it worked out really well.
That's
Nice.
awesome. So you also had access to Eric DeFore, his property and his equipment. That's a fantastic opportunity. What an amazing team that you had. That's very
So
cool.
did Eric work specifically with you guys then, or at
No,
all?
we just got to share some hangar space and hang out and meet him and all that kind of stuff. He's what a wealth of knowledge he is. Just to pick his brain is incredible.
Right.
And we got to go to lunch with him in Jasper. Actually, it was the other way. It wasn't Jasper. It was the other one.
Medicine.
But, say that again.
Madison.
Thank you, Madison. Cool little town. Very, very neat place. Reminds me of very old Florida. So that was cool too. And just the amount of knowledge he has, and he can just, you know, it just shows up. It's incredible.
Nice. Yeah, we got to meet him also briefly down there when we took a trip down there a couple of years ago. So I feel the same way about him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people. So I go to Jasper every chance I get, and I know I promised to let you know next time I go. I'm waiting for him to come back from his travels for the holidays, and then hopefully I'll be visiting him soon again.
Good. So, Dad, do you just fly trike, or are you a foot launcher? And Kiley, are you just foot launch, or are you looking to get into trike?
Right now, I'm just foot launch. I'm on a Maverick with an Atom 80,
Okay.
but who knows? Might try.
Okay.
I'm trying to convert her to be able to do foot launch or wheel launch, right? Because I do both. I've got the Fly Products Rider with 202, and so it's a little heavy. So some days, you know, it's nice to be able to trike it, but and I've got the Foxy trike for that. And then other days it's foot launch, because there's just no replacing that. Even with the Foxy trike, it's still not the same. But man, it is nice to be able to have wheels some days.
Right. I agree. Any fly-ins? Have you been to any fly-ins?
Which ones have you been to in the last year, baby?
We've gone to Sun and Fun and Bad Apples.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about each of those, what you liked, what you saw.
Sun and Fun I actually went to before I started flying.
Okay.
And that was really when I saw Justin and Alexis fly and all that during Sun and Fun. And I was like, I really want to do this, especially with seeing him fly all the time. And then Bad Apples, I was finally able to fly, and it was amazing.
Well, baby, what was the rule for Bad Apples for you to be able to fly at Bad Apples?
I had to have more than 20 flights.
And we got down to like the week before Bad Apples, like several days before, 3, 4, 5 days before, and she was 2 flights short. And she's got Windy open and just walking around with it like the weather's going to magically change. And, you know, Dad, at every chance she's like, I don't have to go to school today, Dad. I can fly instead. And then I'll have 20 flights, Dad. And we got all the way to 19. And right before we went, and then we got there, and she was so bummed because she hadn't hit 20 yet. And I said, you know what? I'll let you go at 19. It's okay, Bear. And then the weather at Bad Apples was interesting, to say the least. It was, it was raining, or it was sunny, or it was windy. Like, it was just extremes. And so trying to find the right window for her to be able to fly and that there weren't a lot of people in the air was a interesting thing, but she did a very good job. As a matter of fact, watching her not blow launches and watching other people blow launches was kind of funny. She got out there and she took her sweet time and set up, and I'm over there just okay, everything's got to go good because I want her to be happy with it. And then she went out and did a perfect launch and took off and made it look super easy. And I was very, very proud of her.
Were you nervous at all with everybody watching?
I was pretty nervous.
Yeah, it is kind of intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any questions?
At Bad Apples, Kylie and I had a long conversation comparing notes about forward launches in low wind, and this has been something that I've struggled with personally. I started on trike and then started exploring foot launch. I still do wheels as well, but low and forward has been the bane of my existence. Has been the hardest thing for me to unlock. And then when I talked to Kylie, she said, "Oh, that's so easy. It's like my favorite thing to do." And I was like, "Really? Forward is your favorite thing to do? Like, tell me your secrets." And it was nice to compare notes and get some tips, and to see her confidence with something that I consider challenging. So it was very inspiring. So Kylie, do you have any tips on low wind forwards? Any tips that you would like to repeat or to me, or new ones that you have unlocked since Bad Apples?
Well, I kind of learned in a wind, so I guess it came easier to me, especially because I'm so light with all my gear. I can't really fly in heavy winds anyways, like the littlest gust of wind and it's throwing me around. But there's definitely some tips and tricks I've learned, especially with like leaning back farther and all that stuff. Being able to take off and basically no wind.
Nice.
Yeah, your posture is very good. Your posture is on point. In the videos that Jade played just in the intro now, that one forward with the camera like from behind when you launched, and then as soon as the wing was overhead, you leaned back. It was just the timing, and it looked really nice. So you got really good technique.
Yep. Get the right stuff in and bet it in her head right away.
Yeah.
All right.
She,
So go ahead.
What things do you
we
fly
have to
now?
fly her with 3 liters of fuel, because 3 liters of fuel, any more than that, it's almost too heavy for her to pick it up. But 3 liters of fuel is 45 minutes of flight for her, because if she breathes on the throttle too hard, she's going up, even with the trims all the way out. So it was interesting. The first time I tried to put like 5 or 6 liters in there, she's like, "Dad, I can't pick this up." And so we had to take some fuel back out. But 3 liters is like the magic number for her for some reason, and that's 45 minutes of being in the air for her. And for me, that's 5 minutes, but fat kid, big motor, and so lots of difference in fuel economy.
So I'm going to go back. I think Duckspit asked Ryan if you've had any issues with your 202.
I have not. I've got about 150 hours on mine now. Maybe a little more actually. Mine was one of the first that was over here for with One Up with Fly Products USA, and mine is jetted a little on the rich side, and I leave it that way on purpose. I know I don't get every ounce of power out of it, but at the same time, it's uber reliable, and I don't have any problems. A lot of the guys that seem to be blowing them up are running them very lean or right there on that edge, and then they blow it up, and man, this motor sucks. Well, they're all going to suck if you lean them way out, right?
Right. Next question, Bill H. asked, does she use gaggle? But then James, who was your camping neighbor at Bad Apple, said, Ryan is the programmer for the gaggle flight recorder. What?
I did not know that.
I am one of the alpha people. I can't take credit for a lot of Gaggle. That's Henny and his team. They're amazing. He's an
Okay.
amazing developer. But I do like to say that I have lots of pull with Gaggle with Henny, and I am able to make things happen. But yes, she does use Gaggle. She is also on an alpha version of Gaggle, so I can know everything she's doing. And Mom as well. So Beck will stalk us when we're in the air so she can watch from the ground. We call it wife mode, but there's actually a thing in Gaggle now that if you have someone else sign up, they don't even have to have a full subscription or anything, just signed up, they can watch you fly. And that's solely because of my wife. And I saw Joe's in the chat. Joe's wife was like, I need to know when he lands that he's okay.
Yep.
And so I went to Henny with that, and hey, Henny, how do we make this happen? And he added that feature in. So a lot of features, the iWatch, all those kind of things are, ideas, and Henny's got a bunch more coming. So there's a lot of cool things in Gaggle and a lot of cool things coming with Gaggle. And, one of the awesome things with Henny is he listens. So if you've got a good idea, hit up me or Henny and say, hey, we've got this idea. And if it's a good idea, I bet it'll end up on the backlog. So
Very
it's
cool.
good stuff.
And Fly Baby Fly said that he was telling me Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, but he said my neighbors, they used to be my neighbors,
Yes.
and took a flight with Ryan, and was lucky to see Kiley to her first flight.
Yep. That's Jordy. That's Fly Baby Fly.
Yeah.
He's always so happy. He's such an awesome dude.
I know. He's got too much energy.
He's always happy.
Yes.
He's always happy. He's so awesome.
I'm just trying to go through the chat here real quick.
There was a question about the wing that Kiley flies, or both of you actually. Yeah. From
Kiley, go
Dexter.
first.
What wings do you fly?
I'm on a Magic XS. It's as small as they would make them. And it's still too big for me.
For me, it really depends on the day. I was flying a Falcon for the longest time, a Gen Falcon. And recently I've been on the BGD Blizzard. I've got 2D tied in on it, and I really like it. But I mean, it really depends on the day. I'm very fortunate that I've got quite a large quiver of wings to try. And I can't wait to have this one progress off the Magic. Although I've put the stake in the ground that she needs 100 flights first. So, she can try all kinds of cool stuff.
All right. John Wayne,
I'm curious. I'm curious how much you weigh, Kiley, and your height.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, Mom's 5 foot, nothing? 5'1" or 5'2", and she's just taller than her. And I know she's at the very bottom of the weight range, even with fuel, the bottom of the weight range for the Magic XS. So I wish they made it
straight up.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
when they were
always a
teaching
challenge.
her. When they were teaching her, and she would come in to land, she would breathe on the throttle, and she'd go back up, and then she'd overshoot the entire runway, even if she killed the motor, because she just floats. It's and she puts the trims all the way out, and then just idles. And I swear she gains altitude even at idle. But I guess that's great for fuel efficiency.
German Gamer wants to know, does flying interfere with school?
Well, we already had to write notes for Bad Apples and Sun and Fun, so I could go without having an unexcused absence. So sometimes I want to skip school to go fly, but he won't let me.
And Joe says 100 flights. You'll have to come down more often so we can get you in the air.
Yeah, Joe lives right next to Lake Wales. He lives in Lake
Oh.
Hamilton, so he's got the he's got that beautiful Central Florida weather, and I think he's probably 45 minutes, if that, from Gorilla and Wauchula. So he's always got a bunch of fields to pick from, and I don't know what the weather is. It was beautiful in South Florida, and then we're up here in Gainesville, and the weather's not as fortunate as it was in South Florida, that's for sure.
And Jake says, hey, Mom is at least 5 foot something. Deweese, you want to take this one?
Yeah, Defiant Studios says, what's your favorite part about flying, Kiley? Shout out to Ryan, who is an amazing instructor and father.
My favorite part of flying is, well, he got me into it earlier, but I love being able to go flying, and especially with him. It's really fun, and I guess learning the whole thing, I guess, really inspired me to do it, and I've had a really amazing time meeting new people that fly and getting tips and tricks on how to become better at it.
What are you working on right now? What skills are you working on unlocking right now?
Yeah.
Well, I guess landing on my feet. Every time I've been kind of overshooting my landing spot a lot, but that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't weigh anything, and when she comes in to land, there's no energy left in the wing, and she either sets it down perfect and catches it, or because everything's so heavy compared to her weight, it just outweighs her, and she ends up falling forward. And it's like a domino. It's really funny. And then she gets so mad that Becky and I don't even want to go over and help her up, because that she, you see her hit the ground, and then she's so mad that she didn't stick it. And then there's other times that she just does great. It's just it's a weight thing, and she doesn't weigh enough. Funny enough, she doesn't weigh enough yet. So I think as she gets more time and as she grows some, I think it'll be easier and easier on her. I can't imagine trying to get her to fly from the beach right now.
That might be something. That might be something she could talk to Fly at Wyatt about, because he had weight problems. He was so little, and the harnesses didn't fit him, and the wings were so big. He started flying when he was 8 years old, so he had a really hard time with gear, So that might be something she could address with him, get maybe a Zoom call with him and see what he might could give her some tips as far as.
Oh, that'd be super cool. Yeah, I saw he started flying a Moster the other day, and I was like, holy moly, that little tiny kid's on a Moster. That's so cool.
Yeah, he might give her some tips about how to control the wing as far as how to land. Yeah. How to get, might give her some tips.
Yeah, he said he was about 100 pounds right now.
Yeah, and he would be great. He loves to talk about the stuff.
Yep.
So
Travis, who thinks the spinny wheel is rigged, is asking, do you have any friends your age that fly PPG?
I know people my age that fly, but I don't have any friends that are my age that also fly.
Okay. And Joe said, where was the one Joe said he's going to steal you to go fly? 100 flights. Yeah. 100 flights, I'll have to come. No, that's not the one. There was one he said he was going to come steal her and take her flying.
Oh, yeah.
I keep threatening to kidnap her for a morning to go to the airfield. There you go. She'd probably love it, it sounds like.
Oh, yes.
Jake says, get her some rucking gear to wear.
Yeah, that'll wear her down.
Yeah, that'd weigh her down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say we threatened to put sandbags in her side pockets. But she already was having trouble picking it up with only 3 liters of fuel. I can't imagine putting some sand in there. We'd have to give her wheels just so she'd weigh more.
So, how does he say this? Ayesa. Him and his brother were on the show, and these 2 guys are hilarious.
They're funny as
They
can be.
self-trained and goofy as can be, but they're going to pilot school down in Florida now. Anyway, he says paramotoring is a hobby. It's always fun trying to get better, and not a lot of people can do it. It's an uncommon ability, for sure. So
Yeah, it's a special sport, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. It's so awesome.
It is.
I've met so many cool people in the hobby, like you would just never imagine. And
Right.
then somebody introduced me to Chris Santa Croce at Superfly, and then that unlocked the whole PG side of things. And then I was sunk at that point, like, oh, I want to learn how to do this as well. And that's been a really cool group of people as well, is the PG people here in Florida, because they all tow, because there's obviously no cool hills to run off of or anything. So, down in the Naples area is where they tow, and got to hang out with those guys. And they're just, to them, it's nothing. They're just hook up and go. And I'm all nervous because I've only towed maybe twice in my life. And they helped me and talked me through it. And it was super, super neat. So, but the whole community's been like that, whether it's paramotor or paraglider, everybody's been so awesome.
One big happy family.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
So I want to talk, speaking of family, I want to talk about the rest of the family. Fantastic Becky. She's awesome. Jade, I actually found the photo that I was talking about earlier, and I sent it to you.
Oh,
if you
okay.
get a chance to
See
look
what
it
I
up.
can find.
But I was also curious about Kiley's brother, Phoenix, who is 12, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is he showing any interest in flying?
Sometimes. I mean, he's been on tandem with my dad, but he's never really wanted to start kiting or anything. So
he hasn't completely caught the bug like you did.
He's more into video games.
Oh, yeah. My
age
son
of the
likes
boy.
video games too, and but he also has some interest. He's showing some interest, so it's promising. And again, I'm not trying to push him. Just
I've tried to push him. I've tried.
He pushed the door on you, is more like it. Slammed it shut. All right, I've got that picture. You ready?
Yeah. So the
Talk
story
about
of this picture was the first time I met Becky, Sun and Fun of this year, and she had the cutest nails done with the little paper airplanes. It was just perfect. Like, imagine Sun and Fun with these nails. It was perfect.
That's cute.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, she picks the event, right? And then she does the nails to match the season or the event or whatever. And the nail person does such a good job that I can't even bitch about the bill.
That's dedication right there.
Andrea Barth says Kiley is awesome.
Yes, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
And Fly Baby, of course, Kiley and Ryan rock. So
yeah, Jordy's a great guy too. I tell you, he's always so excited at everything, and he always wants to help. Always. He's so fun to fly with as well. Back when, this is probably 3 years ago now or so, when I first started, I got to fly with him, and he took off and caught his windsock. And I didn't realize he had caught the windsock on his takeoff. I thought he had a streamer stuck in the lines and so that he was flying with. So we flew half an hour or 45 minutes. And I thought, man, this is so cool. Like, I want to learn how to put this streamer thing in my, hanging from my glider. Like, this is so awesome. And he came back and he landed, and it fell and went into the prop and turned into confetti. Like, it was, this orange streamer was everywhere. And I was so upset. And then I realized, oh, that was his windsock. Because I was so amazed that he had this thing hanging from his lines, and it looked so cool. And it went everywhere. It was confetti. It was hilarious. And for a moment, I was disappointed that something had broke. And then later, I figured out it was the windsock.
That's really the best possible outcome for that situation.
Yeah.
He's laughing at least.
Yes, it was interesting. Oh man.
So, do you guys have, besides Sun and Fun, do you guys have any other fly-ins this coming year that you're interested in going to?
Fly It for Gage is coming up soon.
Okay.
That's one of the local ones. And then Bad Apples. And then those are the two big on the immediate schedule. I'm really trying hard to get out to Utah during the summer because I want to go out there for a couple weeks and fly out there. I see all the amazing photos and videos and stuff from out there, and I really want to do that this year. We'll probably do that late summer, early fall. But that's the big ones. The Fly It for Gage, Bad Apples, and Sun and Fun. It's Sun and Fun's 50th anniversary this year. So that will be they're going to go all out, and it'll be a very cool year to be there.
Right. Yeah. That's like the second biggest. We've got EAA up here, Oshkosh. So we go to that one. So, and we see.
I want to go to Oshkosh.
There. You should come up.
Everybody talks about how cool it is. I watched the arrival process for Oshkosh when you're flying in, and what they have to do to be able to fly into Oshkosh, and that was pretty intense. Like I couldn't imagine trying to do that as a pilot.
I've talked to a couple pilots, and they'll say, "Oh, it wasn't bad," or the next one, "I'll never do it again," or "Nope, never gonna try." So to each their own, I guess. Some people think it's pretty cool flying in and saying they did it, and some do it every year. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to make it up there for it. It seems like a very cool event, and a lot of the people that do Sun and Fun also do Oshkosh. So there's like this migration, it seems, that they do one and then they go up and do the other. And there's a bunch of cool fly-ins up there around the same time as well. So we'll see. The problem is her school schedule. In order to get the time off for Bad Apples and Sun and Fun, I actually had to write a letter to the principal and talk to the principal and go, she's learning stuff here. This isn't just a vacation. And I had to get a waiver in order for her to take all of those days off for both of those events. Because one's 1 month and one's the very next month. And she would have missed too many days of school. They would have sent the truancy officer to the house to figure out where she is. So, I had to claim that she was learning things at Bad Apples and that she was also learning things at Sun and Fun.
All right.
They do have classes.
That's a very interesting conversation.
Okay, one at a time.
I said they do have classes at Bad Apples she could attend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying it must be a very interesting conversation you would have with a truancy officer, like what she's flying, Yeah, she's 14 and she's flying. That's what we do when we're not at school.
I had to talk to the principal, and I had to actually write a letter to the principal. Hey, these days she's learning this. here's where it applies real world, all those sorts of things. And then they had to actually approve it because like Sun and Fun, it's the 9th to the 14th of April. But if you're going to be there, like camp or anything else, you have to be there a couple days early. So in reality, we'll be there the 1st to the 14th. So she's going to miss 10 days of school just in that run. And so I had to show that she's learning stuff. She's not just on vacation. And, so I took the program guide. I took a bunch of notes from last year. I took a bunch of stuff from Paradise City, which is where all the ultralight stuff is. I took the stuff from Paradise City and was like, here, this is what we're going to be doing. This is how it applies. And these are all the classes they give. And, had to go through all of those sorts of things just to make sure she got the excused absence, because that was a big deal.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but kind of sucks that you had to go through all those hoops and everything. I know my stepdaughter, she had a pile of homework to take along too. She came down to Bad Apples with, just she didn't get behind anything. We made sure it was working on her. My internet is going out again, isn't it?
Yep. It's lasted a
Anyway,
while.
yeah, she had a packet of papers to take along also. So,
Brian says they
sorry.
what happened to it? Brian said they opened a simulator with real ATC to practice before Oshkosh for landings. So that's a little
pretty cool.
educational.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the arrival process, it wouldn't surprise me because it looks pretty intense. So
Yeah.
Scuba says they could just give her makeup work. Seems kind of strict. Yeah.
well, she's got all A's and B's, which I'm very proud of. So,
Good job.
I'd like her to keep that up. And, especially school these days, it's a lot easier to ask for permission than ask for forgiveness.
Right.
So if I go in and ask for permission and, they seem to get away with a little more. There's a field right close to her school that we keep eyeing out flying from. But every time we show up, they're over there doing soccer practice or something. So we keep saying we're going to try it during the weekend or a Monday night.
There you go. So, Kiley, I know it's early on, but are you thinking about what you want to do after you get out of high school and where you want to go to college if you want to go? What you think you want to be when you grow up?
I have a couple ideas, but I don't have a kind of, I guess, major idea that I'm going to do no matter what. But I have a couple options.
Like what?
My school has a nursing class, so
Cool.
you could basically be ready to become a nurse in college. So I'm taking those classes, and
Good for
then
you.
yeah, there's a couple other things open, but just kind of exploring my options.
Yep. Well, good for you. Yeah, they've got that here at the high school that I work at too, and the kids go through that class and get CPR certified and go in and work with some of the patients at one of the nursing homes. So get a little bit of hands-on experience and stuff. So that's good. So
Justin is asking
I got her out of
flying photomotos is
what?
I got her out of, for the longest time, she wanted to be just like Allie from One Up Adventures. She wanted to be in a van with a paramotor and teach people how to fly. And although I think that's a fantastic career, and she'd probably really enjoy that more than being a nurse. I told her she had to learn something else as well. So she started doing the nursing stuff as well. So we'll see.
And Deweese used to be a nurse, and Bonnie says healthcare is one of the best fields. So.
Yep.
Nice. All right. So let's take a break for 1 second and let's do the spinny names. Travis, are you in here? So if you want to be included, make a comment in the chat, and that puts your name eligible for a prize. I'll give you about 10 seconds. And make sure you hit the thumbs up on our show for Kiley and Ryan. Justin says spin. That.
It's
Linda,
rigged, I tell you. It's rigged.
I don't have the wheel, though.
I'm rooting for Travis.
Wendy says she wants to win.
Wendy, you're not winning. Travis is going to win.
Yeah. Got to get Travis to win. All right. I got to go back to my screen. I always do this.
Is that Wendy Weaver, Wendy?
It is.
Oh, she's awesome. Holy moly. I got to meet her at Bad Apples. What a cool person.
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
She's one of my buds.
We love Wendy.
Yep. All right. Here we
She
go.
has a new
Share.
puppy.
Yeah. See if we can get her on at the end to show her puppy. All right. You ready? Enough time?
Travis,
Hey.
you got to be present to win.
Nobody else is going to make any entries here. Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Travis said it's got to be somebody that we like.
Scuba
Scuba!
always wins. Congrats, Scuba.
Sorry, Travis.
I'll see what I can find for you this time. And I promise, Brian, I'll get yours, and I think I owe Linda something too. I'll get those out here shortly.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yep.
Your mom said that.
Great. Travis has told you.
Yeah.
So
One
it'll
day,
be a
Travis.
cool keychain and a sticker. And Kiley, if maybe you get me your address, I'll send you a flying flamingo sticker and see what I can put in the envelope for you. So
That'd be cool.
yeah, you guys got any other questions?
Oh,
I saw
Justin.
Steve there in the comments, man. I met him at Bad Apples too for the first time. I should say in real life, I finally met him for the first time at Bad Apples. He was a cool dude too, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
they
see.
said they'd jump on the link and show the puppy.
Yep, I'm bringing the link up here. Do you mind if Kiley and Ryan, do you mind if we invite anybody else into the show with you now?
Oh, you're good.
Cool. So just remember, sign in with Google Chrome or Foxfire, Firefox, whichever one it is.
Firefox.
Firefox. Okay. So the link is there. Let's see if Wendy comes in with Willow. Her Christmas present.
Aw.
So cute.
Ours are all sleeping, which I'm very surprised you haven't had to deal with them yelling the whole time.
Mine just got a bed.
Bye.
Wait, we gotta zoom in. We gotta zoom in.
So cute.
Oh. Hi, Willow.
Waking up.
Aw.
So sweet.
Oh.
Aw.
Here. There it is.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Wendy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you. He is so sweet. Is it he? Or
She.
She. Just precious.
Yeah.
Little fur ball.
And it's all because of this guy here.
Oh.
Hi.
Christmas, everybody.
How are you?
Justin.
How far did you guys have to go to get it?
3 hours away.
Yeah. Oh, he is.
Wow. We had 3 hours down there and then 3 hours to my brother's house from there, and then another 2 hours home from his house.
Wow.
That was Christmas Eve.
So you know who I'm going to work on training to be my co-pilot. I had Bentley 2 weeks away from being able to fly, and never happened before he passed away. So
That was going to be a big lap dog.
no, she's only going to be 10 pounds.
Uh-uh.
She's going to be the size of a Pomeranian.
Yeah, she's
For real?
Grumpy.
Yeah.
Wow, she stays that big.
Watch.
Oh, she just laid down. But she's like literally itty bitty.
And she's not going to get big?
No.
Wow.
She's a mini.
Well, she is
Coming
cute.
right to her.
Like her eye mask.
Yeah.
Cute.
So Bonnie wants to know, how old is Willow?
9 weeks old.
Okay.
She is a Halloween puppy.
Aw.
Very cute.
She was born the night we were flying back from Australia.
Oh, cool.
She's cute.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining in with us.
Yeah, and hi Ryan and Kylie. I remember meeting you guys at Bad Apples, and I have lots of video footage of Kylie flying.
Yeah, everybody's always got footage of her flying. It's awesome. I can walk around and go, does anybody have footage? And everybody's like, oh, I got some of Kylie. Oh,
I always love seeing teenagers in the sport. It's neat because I think it definitely helps with confidence and going through the teenage years, and you focus on something that you're, passionate about, and you don't worry about everybody around you. You worry about going and having fun.
Got to get her hooked up with Avery. I see Avery just got a brand new motor for Christmas.
Avery.
Yeah.
Where's she?
No, it's not a brand new one.
Oh, it's not brand new?
She's in. No, that's the one she loaned from Eric.
I think she just got light
ice and stuff put on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Avery's in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Okay.
So she took her first flight up here by us. My husband got her into the sky. So,
Oh, very cool.
yeah, at our fly-in.
Yeah, she's a great kid. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Well,
you guys
next time
come to Williamsport.
drives by us, we got to get G to let us know she's going up to Eric's, and we can go fly up there.
There you go.
Yes.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, does anybody else want to join in? Or I'm going to say next week we don't have a guest. So not sure what we're going to do. But if somebody wants to come forward and be a guest, even if you've been a guest in the past, it's okay. Let us know what you've been up to. And hint, hint, Travis. Hint, hint, Bill H. So if anybody wants to step forward and be a guest next week, come on and let us know. So, but if anybody else wants to jump on here, you're more than welcome to for a little bit. We got people watching, and anybody wants to ask Kylie and Ryan or Wendy or Justin or G or Weezy or myself questions, come on in. So what other things, Kylie, do you have on your cheat sheet that we didn't go over?
Basically, you got everything.
Okay. What other hobbies are you interested in?
I have goats. They like my babies. I have 7 of them. They're the most spoiled things ever, but
Are any of them
most
fainting?
of my time is spent taking care of them.
Fainting goats?
I really want fainting goats, but they're not.
Yeah.
Start renting
They're
out
indoors.
the
What?
yoga.
What are painting goats?
Here's a question from
They faint.
Huh?
They faint. We're talking about the goats
Yeah,
first.
when you spook them, they freeze up and fall over. It's super cute.
I heard that's not good for him though.
Oh, fainting. I thought you said painting, like painting. I was confused.
All right, Dweez, go for it.
Chris says, how much longer before Kiley is doing barrel rolls over Ryan?
And this crazy guy's up in Alaska right now.
Oh, is he?
Like, where was he? Fairbanks. And it was supposed to be 13 below today.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Doing barrel rolls?
Soon.
Dad was shaking his head no.
No barrel rolls?
I did a SIV with Andy, and I'm gonna make her wait on that one because the amount of things I learned to do was incredible. But at the same time, this one I think would unlock so much so quickly that I wouldn't be able to calm her back down because she picks up on everything so fast, and she'll. I think she'd be awesome if we could get her to it, but I don't know that I would have to go somewhere else while she was learning the SIV things.
Yeah. That was one of my questions. Do you plan on learning wingovers, and are you interested in doing stuff like that, Kiley?
Yes. I think
Yes?
it'd be really fun.
Okay. Talk to Wyatt. So,
Yes.
yep, just be careful, okay? Make sure you know what you're doing and get proper training on it, okay? Promise me that, okay? Promise your mom and dad that too. And no showboating. And make sure you go way up in the sky to learn that stuff. Chris says, yep, she will. It's going to be fun to watch her progress. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her progression has been so fast. But that's also the age, right? They soak everything up like a sponge, and she does such a good job learning so fast.
Yeah. So have you tried any wingovers or anything yet? Little baby wingovers? I call them micro mini wingovers.
No,
Nothing
she's
yet.
doing S turns and
Okay.
sharper turns, but that's about the end of it.
Okay. Oh, well,
With a question for Kiley, and her dad. Since you were considering possibly doing a trike, I think maybe even that might help you with your weight for a little while too, is having that extra little bit of weight.
Oh, I've been trying. It's getting her to accept that she'll use a trike.
Oh.
It's not cool.
Oh,
Trikes
man.
are very cool.
Kylie.
Trikes are very cool.
Trikes rock.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Trikes save lives too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I see it, a flying trike is just another tool in your toolbox. It's another skill that you acquire and use when needed. And then it unlocks other things, especially for female pilots. You may not get tall and big enough to be able to take a tandem passenger on a foot launch, but you will easily do that on wheels. So it's a skill that will unlock possibilities for you.
Yes. But don't let anybody talk you out of what you're doing now either. So as long as you can do what you're doing, just have fun with it.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
It's always there because one of the guys that is from Ohio, he wanted to learn how to fly a trike. He's never done it. He's big into barrel rolls and stuff like that. So my husband had him go on my trike and he just took off. He goes, I loved it. And he goes, it was the coolest thing. So he was able to, handle it pretty easy. It's pretty easy to convert over, once you got the wing stuff down. So, yeah. Well, I thank you guys for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening. So, and if, like I said, if anybody wants to let me know if they want to talk next week. Otherwise, we might just do a group chat session next week. So,
Yeah, that'll be good for the new year.
yeah, see what everybody did and look at the willow.
What they want to do.
So awesome.
Walking over to Justin. Don't pee on your papa.
He's not housebroken yet.
How many
Actually,
shoes?
she is doing great.
Really?
She is doing excellent. Pay attention to her signs. If she stops playing all of a sudden and starts sniffing, then I just take her outside. She
Yeah.
can run down all the stairs and run up all the stairs now, even though she's less in height than one step. So sometimes she almost acts like a scorpion. When she goes down one step, her butt wants to go over her head, but she slows down. So she's doing good.
That's good. Cute.
All right. Well, again,
He's adorable.
don't give Ryan and Kylie a thumbs up for tonight's show.
Yes.
Let them
Congratulations.
see how many people were watching, and I guess the rest of you have a safe New Year. Behave.
Happy
Be
New
safe. Be safe if you go out New Year's Eve.
Next week, right?
Right. There's a lot of rookie drivers out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be responsible.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
let's hope for better weather
So-
in 2024 for flying.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Better everything.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys want to stick around for a second? And if anybody wants to join, just come on in. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. Have a good night.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna call my name, yes, come and say my name. Call my name, I'm never gonna stop if you just call my name. I'm never gonna drop it, gonna take it, take it, take it to the top, 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 top. Gonna make it hot, gonna make it till it drops. Never gonna pick it up, gonna take it to the top. I'm gonna make it, never gonna fake it. Gonna make it, never gonna fake it. We gonna take it, 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 gonna I'm gonna take it to the top. I'm gonna make it to the top. We're gonna make it to the top. We're gonna bring our hands up. 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 I'm